I am known as Azaku. I also have a pen named Mako Bull, and I am the color of this game, playing all the other characters, except these three.
I am G, playing Isaiah Fields. Isaiah Fields is a formerly enslaved man now working as an entrepreneur and business owner out west, helping those who are in his position get to freedom.
Hi, I'm Ainz, and I'm playing Yolanda Perez, the Toreador gunslinger.
I'm Panda. I am playing the newly embraced Hecata clan vampiress Elena Garcia Hernandez.
It is the 23rd of February. So last time, the Burgeon and Coterin had their first night in Sonoma after changing. Isaiah, Yolanda, and Elena alike all had their talks with the mortal friends they had to talk to. Elena finding Dr. Martinez shocked and amazed by her body's change, insistent that they bring her somewhere for proper studying, or at least documentation. An idea she was not enthusiastic about, but did agree to think on. Yolanda, meanwhile, got some of her money moved around, seducing a hotel owner's son for a quick deal on $5,000 for a modest property, the Gentleman's Galley, which is now under Smoking Fox's stewardship and already being expanded to provide work for the 30-odd hands you brought into the city. Isaiah, meanwhile, dug around town and learned a little about some young Native Americans who were to be auctioned off for anywhere from $5 to $500 a head in 3 days, Sunday afternoon. He also managed to get his store's manager, a guard, and another 20-odd men to come up back to the mine with him through his connections in town. He even got the land purchased and locked down from the prospector's office, with Maria actually making the exchange, emptying his till, and on top of that, borrowing a couple $100 from the only folks in town who'd lend money to a colored woman, the Chinese. The interest rate they demanded was exorbitant, and Isaiah quickly decided to pay off immediately, with a little extra on top at Maria's suggestion. The young woman was far from cowardly, he could be sure, but she seemed at least a little unnerved by her exchange with them, and from being alone in town in general. She greatly appreciated having an employee with a revolver added to the roster. Overall, everything in town seemed to go quite smoothly, quite painlessly, the only potential trouble coming from a midnight feeding and what bite marks Yolanda left on the neck of her prey. That and a familiar vermin. Rathew helped himself into Elena's new abode as she swung by to leave a note, offering her cryptic warnings about who else might be interested in that silver mine, and a remark that her daughter seemed deeply afraid of rats learning to talk because the home was left too dirty. The two agreed he'd give his advice and half-assed lookout services for this specific delve into the depths. For some blood, and for twice as much blood on top, he also agreed to never speak to or bother either of her children again. The price left Elena crippled, but not so much that she couldn't hobble back to the caravan as it left town. And that is where we find you now, around 10 to 11 p.m., rejoined once more, on your way out of the city and back to the dark pit where it all started. Elena, you can roll to increase your humanity for how you ended last session, retroactively, and you all probably notice the limp in her step as she struggles to catch up.
How does, or what do I roll to increase
It's a
humanity?
home rule we're using, but anytime you do something that I deem sufficiently selfless, you can roll a d10. If it's higher than your current humanity, your humanity goes up.
Oh,
And
okay.
the exception being if you have 9 humanity, you need 3 successes before you bump up all the way to 10, because that's special.
Oh,
And I actually need to roll a d10 for no particular reason. Ignore that.
I got a 1.
So I guess you lose a humanity for helping your kids, but no, not really.
oh,
So,
do you want me to roll remorse?
yeah, roll your stains if you have any as well.
That is 6 humanity.
6 Humanity Club.
But as I said, your caravan's just getting moving, and you see probably doing pretty damn hard to catch up to you, Elena joining you.
How long will it take to get to the mines again?
Maybe 3 or 4 hours, I think.
So we'll be there before sunup.
Yes, it's a half day's walk.
Sorry I'm late, everyone. I had to attend to something. So it's about midnight right now, right?
1 p.m., yeah.
Dude, we have supplies in case we have to stay the day. Wager this may take a little more than a few hours.
I had assumed as much.
Well, all right. I'm ready to set off whenever you all are.
I'm ready. And do we bring food, who's coming with us, or it's just us going?
You and 20 odd people Isaiah wrangled up.
All right. I made sure Smoking Fox takes care of the bar, the gentleman's galley I bought.
All right, shall we head out then?
Oh,
Yeah.
and just quick question: will we have like general tools among like the laborers I hired?
Yes, I assumed that would be. You could have anything that you would find in a general shop for obvious reasons.
And I
Okay.
did invest in paying for the mines.
Yeah, speaking of, because I didn't make the note last time, how did you divvy up those $300 again for that you looted from the bandits?
I believe it was evenly divided, and then I borrowed Yolanda's share.
Yeah.
So everyone got 100 except for
Me.
Yolanda,
Yeah. But I'm gonna get it back eventually.
presumably.
If not, then
And
you
I'll make the note.
if not, then you owe me a boon.
Yep.
It's a good thing we don't know what those are yet.
Oh, the spirit's still there. But in any case, if you're just setting out on your trip, the caravan gets moving, and the trek up the mountain is a lot less fun than the ride down. Not to say hiking in pitch black desert night over uneven terrain full of bandits and beasts and God knows what else was ever fun. And as mentioned, it'll probably be early AMs, 2 AM at the earliest, when you get there. This caravan is predictably making much better pace than the one full of kids and elderly that you last took this route. It also glows at damn near every periphery as half your man puff on their cigarettes and stogies, perhaps to ease their nerves and perhaps just to have the meager red light. Either way, there isn't much noise beside what the desert around you wails out, mostly bugs and wind. You're halfway through, and so far nothing's happened, but that's likely to change as the path grows steeper. So let's have a survival navigation or a leadership escroll if someone's using night vision.
Survival and what?
Survival wits, survival intelligence.
Could I do a wits leadership? I would have 5 in it.
I have 3 in survival and 3 in wits.
Do you have night vision? I can assist with night vision if anything.
No.
If someone has night vision, then yeah, you can guide these people using leadership charisma, leadership manipulation, something like that, if it's better.
I have Oblivion sight, so see in total darkness and ghosts.
I also have that power.
Okay. I would say you do have it. Oh, okay. Well,
I said I do not. I can't
oh,
see it.
shucks. Well, if we're doing survival wits, I have 1 in survival and 3 in wits, so I can roll with that. If you have better G, then I will defer
It's
to you.
difficulty 3, by the way. So
I got charisma leadership with 1 more dice, and then maybe you could assist for a bonus dice.
If is that
yeah, if there's another with night vision, I'll totally allow that.
okay? Cool. I will assist then.
And I'll use a willpower. 4 successes
It
total.
does it. And while barking orders and generally keeping a lookout on the sides facing the cliffs and the more dangerous terrain, you're able to keep everyone on path and from slipping to their deaths easily enough. Although, not long after you start moving a steeper degree uphill, maybe 40 degrees, a more narrow path, one of your hirees, Isaiah, does peek up. Someone from the back actually says, shit, boys, fellas, we have a problem. And
What's the matter?
the skinny sod is speaking to everyone, but his eyes lock on you when you answer. You see that shit? Someone's behind us. Someone's not human. And you do see a pair of faintly reddish glowing eyes on the ridge above your path. Still.
Ahead of us?
Yolanda has
No,
her,
behind you. It looks like it's been tailing you for some time. Or who knows how long.
Yolanda has her revolvers ready to shoot.
As do most of the men. Or some people, at least.
Could be a wolf or something. Send a shot or 2 warning.
Yolanda sent a warning shot.
And they're gone. Bam, bam. Suddenly the thing is gone in a flash.
And then
Once
quick
we get up there, it's an easy place to hold. There's a few walls up there from the previous tenants.
His probably just a fucking coyote or a cougar or something, right? They have glowy eyes.
Most
Perhaps.
likely.
But we still need to keep our guard up.
Right.
Not everything is what it seems.
Stay with the group. You don't want to take your fucking chances falling behind and taking a fight against 6 coyotes at once. Lost a
Nope.
fucking cousin that way.
No,
Ugh.
I do not.
If that's all, and you continue on your way, as I said, you are about halfway there. Another hour passes. 2. It's about 2:30 a.m. when, reaching your destination, it's not there until it's right there. Honestly, you smell it first. Bodies smell real bad, real fast in the desert, even this time of year. The reeking of rotting corpses is on all your noses a good 5 minutes before your light reaches the sturdy wooden fortifications blocking off the interior. The door, I'll assume you closed on the way out, is right where you left it.
You all smell that?
It's time to get
Unfortunately,
cleaning.
yes.
What the fuck is that? It smells like, what, rancid meat?
About 8 to 10 of Burris's bandits. What's left?
First bandits had this place? And you'd see more than a few muffled or concerned people amongst the group from that.
They had an illegal mining operation out here, and they were attacking caravans of refugees. They're not an issue anymore, and from what we've heard, Burris is dead.
And give me a persuade charisma of some sort roll against him. This is probably going to be difficulty 4. This is a powerful criminal group, and you're telling him basically don't worry about it.
I don't suppose that would fall under, like, local politics.
You could probably squeeze politics into there somehow if you want. You know,
Right, I'm
rabble
gonna-
on about, I know all about the bandits and this and that and this, but things have changed and
I'm going to rouse for bonus dice.
successes.
4 successes.
Okay, I mean, there are a fucking lot of us, and if all of them died here, then... Oh, Jesus Christ. How did you killed them all? Yolanda, it must have been you, right? And a couple of them turned to you. What, you just, like, took out a goddamn bandit camp, and now we're going back to loot it? What's happening here?
It's a long story.
Okay. Well, I ain't going in there first. And a few mummers of agreements as they look at the door.
Oh, don't be so scared, and I'll walk up to open the door.
And opening it, even a crack, immediately sees you spotted, Isaiah. For a second, there's a guttural crunching sound that goes silent, and just poking your head in, you see the beast. A black bear casually chowing down on the free meat. Or it was. Now it's braced, snarling, and facing you. The reason for this becomes obvious as you see the small bear cub a body over.
I will back away slowly. I assume I haven't opened the door. A bear-sized
Well,
amount.
you opened it enough to see him and for them to see you. Roll animal handling, let's say difficulty 3 here, to not provoke this thing if you're backing up.
Let's see here.
Also, you could use
I s-
resolve, wits, either, or intelligence even.
Intelligence? Let's go.
Knowing what to do when you see a bear. I'm sure that could fall under intelligence, combined with survival or
I
animal
read
handling.
it somewhere once.
You know, that's a bestial failure, it looks like.
You said it was difficulty 3 or 4?
3.
I'll use a willpower because the bestial right now would be bad.
Yeah, you'd probably just haul ass into the wilderness and leave this fight.
3.
But you don't. You back away, and you still hear it growling and even coming closer towards the door as you get farther away from it. But it doesn't immediately sprint and maul you. And now the others are all freaking out a bit too.
Sorry, quick question, storyteller, and this is just for a point of clarification. My crisis of faith flaw says that whenever there is a bestial failure, I take 1 point of superficial willpower damage. Is that only when I experience a failure, or when anyone experiences a failure?
Remind me the power again.
It's a flaw, so it's called crisis of faith. The description in the book says that whenever there is a bestial failure, take 1 point of superficial willpower damage in addition to other outcomes. So I may have to go read into it a little more, but I was just
No, I
wondering.
think that means any bestial failure, but this isn't a bestial failure because he re-rolled it.
Okay, so anytime anyone does, okay, cool, guys, don't fail, please. But okay, gotcha. Thank you.
I don't plan to fail. Ah, hell, there's a bear.
Yeah, chowing down on the free meat if you fucking left it here. That's not surprising. And it
Got
pokes
what?
its way through the doorway and is now continuing closer towards the group. It seems to be slowly trying to chase you off. Although it suddenly halts and looks significantly more nervous seeing the large group. Its teeth open wider, it's snarling and barking in that way bears do.
I'd like to shout for them all to shoot. I think about 20 bullets will take care of this.
Yeah,
If
you'd
you say
think.
shoot- If you say shoot, Yolanda's gonna shoot the bear.
Could I
This
roll
thing
a
definitely has a
leadership
better
to get?
dexterity than most of the people here, but they did have guns out and a bit of distance.
So
Could I
can
roll a
sh-
leadership to get them all to like fire relatively quickly?
I'll allow that.
So can I shoot the bear or not yet?
Yeah, you can definitely shoot. Difficulty
Dex
3.
and Dex and firearms.
Uh-huh. Rolling against a 1.
Well, I don't really like using this much willpower this early in the session, but I
We
was
haven't
just
had
asked not. So
we haven't
one
had a long
success.
we haven't had a long rest though, right? Not yet.
Yeah, you've had a full day's rest since the last shit you did.
So no willpower recovery yet, though, right? Not yet.
We're not going to change that up yet. Willpower covers every session,
All right. So
or at least every full rest.
I'll spend a willpower since I've recovered. Reroll 3. All right. So 4 successes.
Right. And even with 4 successes, 3 6 odd damage, right?
Yeah, pistols are 3 damage.
So you already take it right in the face, take one of its eyes out, and it is snarling. And even with the botched leadership, I'd say at least probably 10 of them. Wait, you only got 1 success there, G. Is that still a bestial failure, or does that?
It depends on if you're doing degrees of success or if you want it to be a bestial. That's up to you.
Damn it. What were the rules for bestial? It's if you roll 1 on your hunger dice and fail.
Yeah.
Okay, well, you re-rolled and you didn't get any 1s and you got 1 success, so I'd say that cancels it then. So as long as at least one of the 10 odd people who can fire, I'll say only half of them can, as long as one of these hits, yeah, just a flurry of pistol shots flying into this bear and it is dead. And so is the bear cub, as it was close behind her, and that was a mess of gunfire.
I made sure not to shoot a lot.
Yeah, but the others aren't being as careful. Oh, there's a chorus of gunfire echoing over the mountain side and getting fainter by the second. One of them gets a little closer to poke at the body, looks in and goes, "God damn, Jesus Christ in heaven! What the fuck? How did these people all die? Did they all just get shot, or? These are all bandits, yeah, Isaiah?"
Yep.
Yeah, they're the bandits that were here.
We do own this place now, yeah? I ain't trying to get Sheriff Isaiah an excuse to string us up.
I purchased the land rights.
And got
That's
the
why
docs
I
to prove
needed.
it, so we'll skip a roll there.
That's why I needed all of you to secure this place. Had to get the caravan into town and those people to safety first.
I negotiated a little fucking higher for daily pay if I knew we were dealing with bandit territory or something they owned outright. God damn.
They never owned it.
Speaking of, you also have Eyes of the Dead on, yeah? Because it is dark here. The fucking fire that was inside is not there anymore. You only got little lantern light coming in. Elena, Isaiah, one of you have Eyes of the Dead on still, or how long's that last?
It says until
End of scene?
yeah, or is this just wait, let me understand this 1 second.
You can toggle it on and off at will. It's a cantrip.
Fair enough. But yeah, in any case, Isaiah, you were probably in there first. You actually do see something other than just the bear as you're coming into the fortress proper. A woman in a frilly, vibrant red and yellow dress, contrasting sharply her dead pale face and hollow eyes. In fact, she seems to be staring at you very pointedly. Her hair is long and dark, clean as a whistle, as is the rest of her, and she says nothing, but looks very out of place.
Are you okay?
I'm gonna rub at my eyes and then look again. Is she still there?
Is there and staring at you.
See where this is? Men, could you dig a pit a good ways that way and we'll clean this up? And then I'll go into...
we got shovels, we can... it might be faster to just toss them off the mountain. They are fucking bandits, aren't there? Those are last fucker rights. They're just grumbling over that.
I know at least one of my companions would prefer they were treated with respect.
We'll dig a big hole and throw them in. Let the bears dig them up before they eat them next time. That makes all the fucking difference. And most of your men get to work in the main room. Or in the main entryway.
I picture this just a little ways away.
Sure, like
at the tree line or something.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to approach that woman.
I too will approach the woman.
You are both much closer to her now.
Ma'am, can you hear me? The woman in the dress. And I'm going to go up to tap her on the shoulder.
Your hand goes through.
You see Elena just signing the cross furiously. Elena's gonna walk up as well, Is the woman like doing anything in particular? Like, is she staring off into space, or is she
Oh,
like?
she's staring pointedly at Isaiah and you. Occasionally, her neck slowly cranes and she looks at you, but she is saying nothing. And if anything, the only thing she is doing is holding eerily still.
Okay. Can I see? Is she wearing any kind of what is it called? Like distinctive like pieces of jewelry or anything? Like I'm trying to see if
That probably
maybe.
falls under history or etiquette or something to try to place where her clothes are from. Definitely
Okay.
intelligence.
Okay.
And you're from Mexico. I'd say this is difficulty 4.
Difficulty 4. Oh, great. You said history. Would that be like academics awareness?
Academics, yeah.
Academics.
It's a
Okay.
specialty of academics.
Okay. So I would do academics and intelligence, and this is not going to go well, but sure, why not?
I shall risk a bestial failure. Why not?
Right, for the lulz. Nothing. I got nothing.
These are some fancy, colorful clothes she's wearing.
Could I also make the attempt? I have a good intelligence score.
Yeah, but no bonus die since, she already tried and didn't made her
Yeah.
own roll.
Yolanda's
That's
looking
fair.
at them like who are they talking to? But just focus on keeping an eye on things.
No luck.
This looks maybe European, Isaiah. That's the best you got.
Like she's from
Clothes, that
Europe.
is.
Then Isaiah's gonna
Senor,
look around, and more unconsciously than anything, I'd like to use where the shroud thins. It allows me to determine the density of the shroud in this area.
Right, it's a scale of 1 to 7, was it? Where the shroud thins. It's not in the core book, so bear with me while I pull up the chart.
No worries. I'll make my rouse. Yay! No more hungry. Yay.
Looks like the shroud is fairly thin here. It's the middle one, not, It looks like the sort of place spirits could pass and go, but it's not the easiest place in the world to do so.
It's like there's a door just out of reach.
a door? Do you mean like a way to the afterlife? I have no
I-
explanation for this other than it's a spirit.
That's what
Yes.
I am thinking, and I've heard enough ghost stories. It's like something in the pit of my stomach telling me.
See, I think I understand that feeling. There's almost a familiarity with this for me. Like I know this, that it's like it's in my blood.
Maybe that library might have some information. Whoever was down there knew more than they let on.
You know, it's
See,
especially funny, I shouldn't be telling you this, but you would have gotten probably so much more information if you'd taken literally anyone hostage except the ghoul. Because they would have just been, normal sleazeball criminals trying to talk their way, into not dying.
Of course.
oh boy. Do anything? Uh, she doesn't seem to be doing anything, really.
I don't see a reason why we should try and do something to her. She's not throwing objects around with the like in this ghost stories. We'll leave her be. Maybe we can learn a way to talk to them.
Elena's going to just under her breath to start muttering the prayers to ask for deliverance into heaven.
So I walk through the valley of the shadow of death.
Actually, yeah, very much so. Like, may perpetual light shine upon thee and all that. And she's gonna absentmindedly touch and hold the little bundle that she took from that graveyard. She's just like making sure that it's safe and
Firm in your hand as you say your prayers, sure. The little stuffed rabbit.
Oh,
Okay.
and I don't know if you took true faith, but one of my flaws is, I believe it's called unholy beacon. Anyone with true faith feels uncomfortable around me.
I did not trick.
Sure,
take
easier for them to sense you.
Mhm. For now, have the men set up. They'll want proper places to rest, and we'll set watch. Then we should go down and look at the mines properly and rope off the section where the library was as dangerous so they don't stumble across it.
All right. I'll help set up, I guess, if we want to start working in shifts, I assume.
If you wanted to help them, I could go down with Yolanda.
I
I
will
mean,
go
it's not
with
going to
you.
take 20 people long to dig a hole. They'll be back in like 10 minutes.
Well, not
Yeah.
just that, but like they might want to set up like lean-tos inside there, cut down some trees, everything they need to do to be comfortable for several days' time to potentially longer term if we can pull a lot of silver out.
They're probably going to hang out in the tents here in the base, but yeah. They can set up their shelter and such.
Okay. Senor Fields, are we going to be making trips back and forth, or are we planning to stay out here for a certain amount of time? I would prefer to go home, if at all
Once
possible, in between trips.
once things are in order here, we can head back. I was honestly thinking when people need help to get away, build a few nice houses out here, couple barracks. It'd be a place to hide. Did you hear about the children that are being brought to town?
No.
I
A
did
good
share.
number of native children are being brought to be sold off. Paid adoptions, or whatever they want to call them now.
I did hear about that, and I did share it with you, didn't I?
Yes. Now,
Hmm.
if the
By the
children were to get away, they would need somewhere to hide. It's not just them, people like me.
You
I
don't
could.
think that this would attract a lot of attention? A silver mine doesn't simply go unnoticed.
What are you proposing we do?
For now,
And also,
we sell the silver in smaller amounts. We can make a decent amount of money, find some people to take it to other cities, maybe even process it in time.
yeah.
Eventually, it will come to be known, but the trek here is perilous. People won't
Also,
come here unless they have to.
but I would like to keep some silver for bullets or commission.
Sounds you fancy.
Yeah.
Silver for bullets, that seems a little.
Wasteful.
Yes. I would imagine you would want to do what Mr. Senior Field says and make a profit, no?
Yeah. By the way, who were you both talking to?
Do you not
You
see
can't. A
that?
woman in the yellow dress.
No, I can't see it.
So it's
I
not.
don't.
So is it there?
So that
We were. She's still staring at us, by the way.
Yep.
Okay.
In fact, she kind of follows you around if you get more than a couple feet away. Floating
Ah,
more than walking, but she does. stick with you.
yay. Okay, great. Trying not to let that image get to me.
I
there
can't
All
see.
right.
must be something different in our natures beside the similarity. We
So
do
we're
have
not.
differing changes.
See, I mean, after all, you and I can see perfectly well in the dark, and Senorita Paez, she doesn't seem to be able to do so.
No, I can't see in the dark, but we all have our own strengths and weaknesses. Like, I'm fast and very charming. You
Well, no,
too?
it's not a it's more so just I'm trying to understand what's happening to us. I thought we all had the same affliction, but it seems that it's has
Well,
differences between the three of us.
There's
yes.
variances not just in severity.
What I'm saying is we're still the same, but we must have different ability. Like I feel faster, and you two can see in the dark.
Right. I had just assumed that, like a disease like the flu. You get the fever, you cough, you have to cool down. I assumed that it was more like that. I don't know. I don't know what to think. All I know is this seems unworldly and I'm unsure. But if that's the case, then maybe where this all started while you all work on the silver mines, I could maybe find more clues inside the mine.
That
Hmm.
could work. I'd like to go down there and supposedly the silver's being piled up in carts and needs pulled away. That's what they were saying.
Yeah, I'll go down with you as well. Cause to be honest, I don't know if our rat friend is still here or returned back to the mines or still staying in the town.
I think he'll
See, I hope
appear
I
when
never
he
see him
wishes to.
again.
Let's set the men to build a bunkhouse or something to keep them busy inside these
Yeah,
walls and keep a rotation of watch. We'll go
yeah,
down and
plus,
assess.
yeah. Plus, we need to get started soon because the sun will be up, and and I don't want
You
to
got 4 hours, give or take.
and I don't want to be caught in the sun. Otherwise, we might die in the sun.
What makes you say that?
Die.
When I was near the fire, I felt afraid of it. And the sun is I had to find somewhere dark to sleep.
I admit I felt a compulsion to be in the basement when I rested, but kill us?
Because we're not normal anymore. So the sun might harm us for real.
Rat, you did say that we would never see the sun again.
Yes.
Thought that just meant that we would just fall asleep. I mean, I'd never been particularly fond of being outdoors, as my complexion shows. I, I burn easily, but I had never imagined it would be it would be harmful. Although it, for some reason, that makes sense. I don't understand.
I'm going to head inside.
I will head with you. Yes.
I will set the men to work and tell them that we will be coming up sometime the next evening. We'll rest in one of the rest areas down there.
All right. Let's go.
Easy enough to do. And you
Sure.
head back in the way you came, or
I'm just, if the men ask any questions, I'm just going to say how deep the mine shafts are, so it'd be easier for us just to rest down there. Make the progress we can tonight.
call that manipulation subterfuge to get them to ask questions why you're going down alone and why they shouldn't, and why they're not going to see you again until tomorrow night. Difficulty 3.
I would like to point out I am a man going into a cave with 2 attractive women.
You can also use leadership something if you'd rather, to basically just convince them do what I say.
Leadership manipulation. Only 2 successes.
And no one outright defies you, but there are a few shared looks and a few grumbles like, that's kind of fucking weird.
I am just going to hope they think I'm a freak. And I tell them to, like, put together, like, a cabin or 2 inside, something a little more permanent.
Oh yeah, isn't it like a whole like hour or like a day's walk from the entrance of the cave to the where we were?
I mean, it took you more than a day because you didn't know the path. Now that you do know the path, it'll take 1 hour or 2. I have it written down here.
Oh, okay. That's not too bad then. Yeah, grabbing lanterns and torches and whatever else. I'm gonna start making my way back towards, or as far as I can get into, or back towards the mine. I'm just gonna start walking carefully.
Yep, I'm not going to make you roll, but between the 3 of you, one of you remembers the path well enough. And I will note, though, as you descend into the mines, this spirit, out of character, does not follow you. It seems to be staying near the entrance and staring at these other men who are now rummaging around working and don't seem to notice her.
I will turn around before we leave. Ma'am, I don't know if you can hear me, but we will be back. And whether I get a response or not, I'll proceed.
You don't. But entering the mine proper, as I said, following the path you remember back to the base built inside of it, doesn't take more than a couple hours. Of course, that does make it nearly 5 a.m. when you're approaching the commons room with that fella missing half his head. I mean, that's where you left him. You continue on there?
On the way back, we should throw that into the ravine. All of them, actually.
Shouldn't we put them in for burial? Regardless of what, sins they've committed, they at least deserve to rest in peace.
If you
Depending on
would
how
like
high
to
your
drag,
humanity is, you might get a stain just for tossing them down into a ravine.
do you want to drag 4 putrefied corpses for
No,
over
but
an hour?
we could maybe get it. Is the path wide enough to get like a cart or like a wheelbarrow or something?
You could probably do a wheelbarrow, yeah.
Okay, we could get a wheelbarrow or something. Cover them in cloth. Like, no one deserves to be laid to rest in a cave like this. Not in this
Very
manner.
well. On the way back, we will find a way to get them out of here.
Gracias, Senor Fields. 5 a.m. There's at least one bedroom that we know of down here, right?
Yeah, there was some sort of little barracks room with the bandits in it. There were 3 rooms with the hostages in it with a few bedrolls in them, but it's not really bedrooms. And there was that little mansion built against the commons room that had a bedroom as well.
Okay. I'm going to go into the mansion area and then just start looking for like books and literature. Make a little pile before I find a bedroll and kind of like just get ready to sleep for the day.
I'll assist you
If you
in
want to
going
go
through
through all
them.
those, like I said, there was 100-odd books. If one of you wants to roll an academics plus wits or intelligence roll, see if you learn anything from them.
Would
Oh,
you like
I
me to
figured we
roll
wouldn't
it?
have
I'd
time.
have 5.
I figured we wouldn't have time to look through all of them.
You don't have time to read them or anything, but yeah, you could like grab the 100-odd books and just flip through them real quick to see if there's anything interesting. You know, read the titles and stuff.
Yeah, I think I would do that. Just grab like like the top 20, I guess, just to sort of start and put a pile next to me. If you want to, or I can assist you, Isaiah, if you would like to grab what you think sounds appropriate.
All right. Also, question: would like a barracks in a mine like this be uncommon?
Not really. I mean, the thing is, this whole place is built up a lot more than is common with the bricks and the tiles and hallways and shit. But you know, people having like a little sleeping area deep inside a mine near the actual veins, that's not uncommon at all, no.
All right, so we should bar this off, say it's the foreman's office or something, that we've taken it for ourselves. There'd be a lot of questions if they saw this portion.
I mean, this portion, though, is the area you have to pass through to get to the mines, or at least the only path you know of.
Oh, I thought like along the path, like there's like the doorway that would go in. I'm specifically saying the mansion space I want hidden.
Yeah, you could block off the mansion space, but yeah. People will still probably look twice at the fact you have an actual hallway and shit in here that the bandits built. But yeah, not quite as suspicious as the actual, you know, nice living area.
All right. I don't want to have a bestial down here. 3d10. So that's 3 successes.
Nice. 4 total, right?
Or 4, yes.
Okay. In that case, just with a quick glance through, you do notice that of these 100-odd books, a significant number, maybe a quarter, maybe a third, aren't like published books. They're just journals of some sort or another, like some guy's journal. Maybe one of them belongs to the guy who lived here. But other than that, it's a strange collection. Like, there's a number of different languages. Some of them are in Italian, some in French, some a few in Arabic, and the rest are in English.
Assuming I probably wouldn't recognize some of those languages, I will like jot down enough, copy it as best I can, that I could, someone that knows what the language is could identify it.
And of the languages you know, the ones in English or whatever, in Spanish, maybe a few in Spanish. But yeah, of the ones you notice with 4 on your roll, Isaiah, the non-journals, they don't look remarkable. They just look like books that you could buy in any decent library.
Darn, I was hoping to use this as the excuse for when we started buying Oblivion ceremonies.
You don't know what's in the journals yet.
Well, if you want to split these journals with me, we can go through them when we have free time.
Okay, that sounds like a plan. I think I will take my rest here. I don't know where you would like to sleep, but I'll just be, I suppose, like in this study area.
I believe there was a bedroom connected. I will rest there, give you your privacy.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Should we check on the men outside before heading back in? Or should we just stay here?
We told them we would come up come morning. Best just to leave it at that. I don't want to have to explain why we need to come back into here.
Wait, we would come up in the morning? Or we would come up in the evening?
You did tell them evening.
Sorry, I meant I don't wish to come up in the early morning just to tell them that we won't be back up again until early evening.
So we go back upstairs to rest, or?
We'll rest here. Go up and see them tomorrow after we've looked at the mines.
All right. Then I'll start getting ready for sleep then.
And
I suppose with whatever time we have left, we can work through the journals.
Yeah. Read till
I mean, from here it's only like 15-30 minutes back to the ritual room, and you're pretty sure you could get to the where you heard the mining and back, but that would be only a couple hours of the day, so.
I'll leave it to you. Do you want to push forward?
To look at the mines? No, that is your deal, Senor Fields. I am here to figure out what is going on with us. I will stay and I will read. I will study.
I'll take Yolanda down with me then.
All right. Good luck, Senor Fields. And I will stay and begin the process of organizing and the books into stuff that I can actually read.
Right. Well, then you get to work on the English journals and such. There's maybe 30 in total. And the first one you're reading, at least starting at the beginning, doesn't look particularly interesting or noteworthy, but You get to work studying, and Yolanda and Isaiah get on their way, following the sounds back past that room with the strange ritual circle, and towards the end of this opposite direction that you walked upon reanimating, you see what you're looking for easily enough. Eventually, the hallway opens into a cavern. You find the wench is right there in plain view. It is dark, but the sound gives away the second guard dog, even for you, Yolanda. Much like the last that you encountered, this one is chained around their neck and anchored to the ground, just beyond the reach of a nefarious drop that is just beside some sort of pulley system. There is sound from below, but as you've already noticed, it's different, slower, heavier, thuds echoing up from the darkness of the abyss below you, but not the even clinking of a pickaxe. There is a rope ladder offering a way down if you want it, and by the sound you'd estimate 4, maybe 5 stories down, 15 meters. Certainly a deadly fall if you're falling on jagged rocks.
I'll hoist up my shotgun. Should we put it down then, like the last?
Mariah takes her shotgun and just put it out its misery. One shot to the head.
One shot to the head doesn't quite do it, but if you unload a few shells into it, it does stop moving fairly quickly.
I'll unload a few shells and then to basically destroy the brain.
You do, and you blow it apart, and it still twitches faintly, but as its spine is broken and mangled in several places, it is clearly still enough to not be a threat there on the ground. And
These pulleys. I would hazard a guess we pull these pulleys to bring the silver up. If you'll give me a hand.
Sure.
if you try and pull, I'd say that's definitely athletic strength. And actually, it is quite difficult, you'll find almost immediately starting. Probably, I'll leave it at 4.
Alright, got
Strength
that
is my
strong.
dump, so I only got 1 in it, so I very quickly realized, oh, that's not happening.
Mariah only got 1 in strength and 1 in athletics.
Maybe if you got lucky with a crit, you could do it, if Isaiah assisted you. But your first reaction when you grab and try to tug on this rope is, it does not budge.
Maybe it's over full. Oh, that's not what it's for. Should we climb down and look?
Yeah. Let's go over and try to take a look.
Going first.
I'll go first since I can use the power to be lighter in case the rope is unsteady.
Also, you have the dark vision. But yes,
Yeah.
you head on down. And before you're near the bottom, at least you, Isaiah, with the eyes of the grave or whatever the hell it's called, at the bottom you see pretty clearly maybe 15, maybe 20. It's hard to tell with how crowded and squirmy they are. Doubly so when a half dozen of these undead seem to be unable to find their feet. In an endless macabre dance, they plant their legs and try to pull up, only to buckle under mangled feet and fall on top of each other. You can guess the reason, as the remaining standers continue trying to pile hefty rocks onto an overflowing cart only to have it roll back out instantly, often landing on their feet or legs. There are 3 mine carts in total, one of which already attached to the pulley, and while these rocks are far from perfectly processed, there's likely at least 10 grand, maybe, worth of silver.
We'll have to bring the men down, and they're damaging themselves trying to load it. Do you think we could roll some of these stones to the side?
You want me to what?
Maybe
And you
the
can't
two
see
of
shit,
us.
Yolanda.
It would seem that they do the same task repetitively, and it's now damaging them. If we unloaded the cart enough that it could be lifted up, then we'd have to repeat the trip a few times, but we could see it done.
It would be tight, and no one would probably be riding on your wagon outside, but you could probably fit at least what you see here on your wagon. Or, you could try to process it here and just get the silver flakes out of the rocks, which is labor intensive, but would make the cargo a lot lighter.
I was more thinking we could take just enough to buy the equipment we need and give everyone a nice cash bonus. Like, get this out of the pit so they can keep mining, but only take enough to town. We'll want to sit
You're both hanging
most
on a
of
rope
this.
ladder above a swarm of undead, so let me know your next move when you got it.
I will go down and see about lightening the load if you want to bring some men to help pull the pulleys.
Sure. Yolanda will go do that.
I mean, it's at least 2 hours to the surface from here. You're not getting men down here until at least tomorrow night.
Then we lighten the load and try and move the stones to the side so they stop damaging themselves. No one said making this kind of money would be easy.
So Isaiah's going to go ahead and go to the floor then, all the way to the ground level of the ladder, and within reach of all these clamoring undead.
When I'm getting like lower, I'll deliberately make some noise and see if they react to me.
Seem to be. You kick the wall hardy a few times as you're just within their reach.
Then I'll do as I said and start pulling some of the larger stones off of the cart and laying them like out of the way.
I hate to do this to a nerd and all, but you are going to have to force your way through. I have established all of them are swarming around this thing effectively, and they are completely disregarding your presence, which means they're not attacking you, but also means you will have to force them to make way if you want them to.
Could I try and go over them with my ability to be light and use dexterity?
Yeah, if you roll on a roll, dexterity, something to jump on top of the cart from the ladder, I'll allow that.
The only thing I could think of is dexterity, athletics.
Dexterity dodge, maybe, but you don't have that either, I don't think.
No. So, but that's 2 dice instead of 1.
Or acrobatics. And yeah, you're trying to jump from the ladder while weighing nothing onto... You get a bonus die or something from what tight is the feather, right?
I don't believe I get a bonus unless it's some, like, in the rules, I should say. It'd be up to you.
Okay, well, in that case, I'll just say that the difficulty's lower. You're rolling against... You need 2 successes to land on the top.
2 successes on 2 dice? Bestial down here.
So you land and you trip and you fall onto these undead and they are swarming you and churning you. You feel like you're inside his stomach. It is horrible. You hate it. You feel this is beneath you. And in your rage, as soon as you stand up, you grab a huge heavy rock. Once you finally have one from the ground, you squirm your way to the back of this crowd again. You just start bashing and bashing over and over again into these things until they're all still. And until you've killed all but like 5 of them and can mess with the cart fairly easily, I'll say. And Yolanda, you just hear Isaiah jump, trip, curse, and then a solid probably 15-30 minutes of him go grunting like a fucking animal, just heaving and attacking and thudding.
Are you okay down there?
I lost my composure. I'm doing some calculations now, looking at the about 5 zombies that are left and trying to decide if it's even worth keeping them or if it'd be better just to hire people to mine down here at this point.
I guess I could let you roll finance or something if you wanted, but that is largely a matter of opinion. What's better? A lot of factors to configure.
But I'll, with whatever time's left, just walk further into the mine shaft, and then I'll do an intelligence finance, if that's okay.
Yeah, sure.
This is
I'll
my
give you
specialty.
something for every 2 degrees of success as you roll that.
6 successes.
With 6 successes, from a financial standpoint, these undead are definitely worth keeping around. Something that's going to work 24 hours a day and not need food or breaks is probably to produce at least twice, maybe 3 times as much as a human employee. You don't know how long these things are going to last, but that's definitely worth preserving. You see, walking along down here and getting a scope of the, quality of silver and how much there seems to be, there is more here than they could mine in a decade, at least. You could get dozens of men in here mining, and as far as you can see, there would be... You can't really say for sure how much work beyond that, because you don't know how deep the vein is, but there is a vein that's at least as long as half a mile, just from pacing around down here in this cavern.
He just leans back.
There is, and this is without adjusting for modern, inflation, whatever, millions of dollars worth of silver down here.
We could buy half the damn country.
You gonna be okay down there?
I could buy every enslaved person east of here with this. Yolanda,
Yes?
I know you can't see it, but this will change the world with this kind of money.
Whatever you're up to. Well, don't get too overtaken. Remember, we still have to find a place to sleep.
I would like to think it's at this point that he looks down at his hands that were holding the stone with the silver ore in it, and it's they're covered in like red blisters.
Probably not because you're an undead, but yeah, you definitely have some wear and tear on your hands after all the clubbing you did down there.
It's my folkloric bane, or folkloric block.
Oh, silver hurts you. Right, I forgot about that.
I, look until you can find a spot that's relatively clear to touch it and instantly pull his hand back like he's just touched fire.
What? Concerning.
Like stories.
Yeah. You think that affects all 3 of them or just you? Yeah, you think that affects all of you or just you specifically, huh?
I don't know. It'll take some testing. And how
Yolanda
are you
wanted
this
silver
evening?
bullets. You never know. Maybe she wants a little insurance against you. Maybe she wants the whole mine for herself. Yeah.
She's already rich enough.
Oh, you're never rich enough. I should know better than anyone. I've been accumulating for longer than your fucking bloodlines existed. Wait, no, that doesn't make sense. Yeah.
So why don't you want this for yourself? Or do you?
Oh, I've moved on from things as petty as cash and silver and such. I'm chasing the big rewards, the blood and souls in service, you know.
And souls, you say?
What, you want to sell yours? I don't think it's claimed yet. Yeah.
That means you might be able to answer a question.
I could answer probably any fucking question you could fathom to ask, Mr. Fields. What are you, like 20 years old? Like a baby? Yeah.
First, let me see if you could see them. The woman in the yellow dress whose my hand passed through.
I saw her.
Is she a soul? A spirit or something?
I think that's worth a little nibble, if you want to know. Yeah.
A little nibble. I saw how painful that was. But
You'll
you
heal in a night, as long as you're drinking enough. And you got tons of blood upstairs. Yeah. Yolanda, by this point, you definitely hear him too, just echoing in the cavern.
Hey, there you are. Where have you been?
Always here, always everywhere, always listening. Yeah.
I will provide you with a bite if in return you answer my questions specifically regarding specters in this area.
No. That's gonna take at least half a decade of service. Your soul, you know, if you want to make it easy.
What about just the one?
Yeah, one question for one nibble. That's good. That's what I thought. That's what I offered you, goddammit.
Problem is, any question I'd want would require more.
The more you learn, the less you know. It's true what they say.
Then I'll ask for a simple question. Is there a way to communicate that you can share with them?
A way to communicate that I could share with them. How about a way to communicate I can share with you? I think this will be
That's
funny.
what I meant, to communicate with them.
Sure, for a drop of your blood, I'll tell you. You are communicating. She can hear you. She can understand you fucking fine. She just can't talk back. Yeah.
Out of character, did I hear him say the allergic silver part? The rat?
No, they were still muttering and whispering from that part, I'd say.
Oh.
He deliberately tried to keep that as a, thing to hold over him.
A second bite, and you share how I can have a conversation with them.
A simple bite, and I can tell you how you can communicate with her. That was the deal.
A second. Yes. 2.
You want to know how you could get her to actually converse back with you, to have a conversation?
Yes.
Great. Yeah, she needs her summoner, her handler's permission.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
And I will
I told
kneel
Elena,
down.
you think you're the only fucking ones interesting in this much loot?
I'll kneel down. Take your fee. And I'll hold my arm out.
Oh, the arm? Well, okay, if you insist. And mouth just, again, shut outward till they're like half as long as his face, clamp down on your wrist. Hard enough that you feel it against the bone and worry it's cracking, and by the time he is done taking his heavy slurp out of you, it takes a split second, you've taken 2 aggregate damage, and your left hand looks like a fucking withered claw.
I'm not paying, but let me just ask, will it look like this for a day or longer?
Until you heal. Hey, at least you're not as rough up as Elena.
Elena?
Oh, yeah,
She actually made a deal with you?
Oh, she's made more business with me than any of you, if I'm keeping track right.
That hurts. I'm surprised. I figured her faith would keep you from, or her from trying something like that.
I'll tell you what she bought. For a little sip.
I fear I don't have enough more to spare.
You really need to try this shit, Yolanda. Either of you. Drink from each other. I don't give a fuck. It's so much better than regular blood. Oh, boy. I mean, you taste worse than most, Isaiah. I'll be honest, but still better than mortals by a long shot.
Worse?
Yeah, it's like, fucking... You're the best animal to eat. You're just not the best animal of the lot. But now I'm telling you more than you should for free.
I'll have to think that over. We should chat more. If I can make you slip a little bit more here and there.
Oh, I love our chats. I'm thoroughly enjoying myself. He pats his belly. Speaking of, you got a cigarette?
I might. And he'll go into his pack and pull out a couple that are very, like, bent and crooked.
He looks at them, then says, that's just nasty. Reaches into behind his back and pulls, seemingly from nowhere, a cigar almost as large as him. Light, if you please.
He'll take a moment to pull out the stuff to light a candle and get it
You
going
probably
for
have like
him.
a flint lighter or something in this day and age if you had a cigarette. I'd
Okay,
imagine
then.
that's what most people use. And
I
you
picture him as
puff
having cigarettes, but only ever smoking socially.
Mm-hmm.
One question: why do you always be near us, or pop up whenever we bring you up?
Well, honestly, the only reason I'm interacting with you bozos is because of how empty your skulls are. You know, you have more questions than most of your kind would. Most people are, racist bastards, Isaiah. You know better than most. They're real picky about doing business with someone who looks a little different.
Then why don't you help us instead of drinking from us?
Because I can do both. Also, why the fuck would I help you? I mean, I don't want you to die, but not that bad.
If I had a way to keep someone working for me that I could trust. The man we tried to question, how did he know Burris was dead? There didn't seem to be any other transport out of here, unless it was recent.
Oh, I can't tell you that one for free. How about you, Yolanda? You want to take one for the team? You want to know how that works?
No. You bit me once, and I'm still recovering from that. Maybe
Bit Isaiah 3 times as hard as I nibbled you.
last time you bit me, I nearly got hungry. When
Yeah. I mean, when you think about it, it just costs a little bit of blood. Normal mortal blood. And you got plenty of that topside. Come on. How hard is it for you to pull one of those dumb bastards into your tent, huh?
Can I pour it in a cup for you?
Nah.
So you don't want to drink it from a cup?
Hey, this shit has strange properties. It's different from the vein.
When you see mortal, I wonder if we could eat creatures as well. Animals.
Oh, I'd be happy to tell you the answer to that.
I'm sure I can catch a rat and figure out for myself. No offense.
Let me think on it tomorrow, okay?
You do you. Like I told you the first time we met, you ever need a shoulder to lean on or have a question you want to ask, just give a holler for old Rathew. Yeah.
By the way, fine, Rathew. By the way, when are we gonna see you in your true form?
You're all so goddamn racist. Who says this isn't what I look like?
I'm not racist. I'm just curious if that's really it, because rats don't talk.
Well, I'm not an ordinary rat, am I? Tell you what. Limited time offer. One bite, one bit of sip of you. I'll tell you exactly where I came from. Why I look the way I do.
I can't very well go around with half my limbs looking like this. This is up to you, Yolanda.
Tell you what, why don't you... I'll get back at you, but I want the three of us to hear where you came from.
Limited time offer, I said. Might be more expensive if you ask again later. Might be a lot more expensive.
Fine, but if you bite me very hard, I'm suffocating you.
You couldn't if you tried. Yeah, no. Power. See, I'm what happens when your daddy is a powerful warlock and also a sick fuck and decides to fuck a few rats. Sip time.
She offers her arm.
And he bites, and it fucking hurts. And he is now burping and spitting up a little blood as he looks like a almost pregnant rat as he is overfilled, but seems to love it. He falls on his belly, smoking with one hand and rubbing it with the other. Oh, yeah. I knew it was a good decision to talk to you folks.
Are you bullshitting us about your father being a warlock?
You want to roll insights and wits or something like that to see?
No. I'm just gonna...
If I was bullshitting you, would I tell you I was bullshitting you? Tisk, Yolanda.
Look, I'm just having a very, very rough rough a few days since I can't go out in the sun. Nobody's.
You know, it's all perspective. You know what some people would and have sacrificed to get what you have right here. You know how much some people hunger for that power. And of course, you know you would have fucking died on your way out of here if you didn't have it, right?
Yeah, but
He is
There's-
right.
you're right, but there's so many things we don't know.
And I'll tell you all of them. You just need to keep working on turning blood into vampiric blood. Or sell me your soul or something. You know, that works too.
Are you a devil?
Hey, just because I collect souls and eat them does not mean I am the devil.
It's just, this is a lot for me to take in, okay? I'm not used to this new life of drinking blood.
Not worse to this world of darkness. Yeah.
You said you don't care for cash or the like anymore, but would you take a tip?
I'm always happy to take someone's tip.
I wave my arm towards the pile of silver. Half of it yours.
See, this is the problem I was gonna heckle you with earlier. That's just a rock until it gets sold. And how the fuck am I gonna sell that?
I don't see
You
the
have
blis-
ways.
I don't see
Are
the
you?
blis-
You don't see the blisters on his hands? I mean, you could roll wits awareness to notice, I'd suppose.
I'm gonna
Say it'd be pretty difficult in this dark area, especially when you don't have blind vision, so difficulty 4.
By the light of a cigarette.
Well, I mean, she probably has a lantern too.
4 successes.
5. And yes, you definitely notice that his hands look like they've been badly burned. And in fact are still burning slightly at various parts where powder clings to his skin.
Isaiah,
Yes.
what's wrong with your hands? They're
I'll tell you for another sip.
Matthew.
Okay, I'm
Gosh.
fucking off. I'm not getting any more out of you people. You're fucking half wrung out. And he just waddles into the darkness out of your vision.
Come back here, Rat. Never mind.
Maybe I should keep this secret. I think I'm starting to learn how this works.
Okay,
Let's
just
see
that.
if we can't at least
hand-
get back to the manor.
Yeah, it's just
On
that your
that note,
hand.
let's cut back to the manor, where Elena, you are still reading books, basically until you nod off, I assume.
Primary goal is to figure out who, if I can, who the person is that owned all the stuff, and then what they were doing, what they were planning.
Sure. Give me a wits awareness check first, though.
Yes, sir. Awareness and wits. Oh, and then going back to the thing earlier, I have to have witnessed the bestial failure that
Yes,
Isaiah.
I'd say so. It didn't happen
Okay.
with you next to him. You don't take the whatever.
Got it. Cool. 6.
But-
Damn. Oh, damn.
6. And with a 6, you hear, even when they're still in the tunnel outside, before they come into the commons room, you hear footsteps that are trying to be quiet, but just not being quiet enough. And then you hear a muffled, huh? And then a, what the fuck? What the fuck? And with 6 successes, you also recognize the voice. This is someone from your caravan. He is just in the commons room, and you hear the zombie clattling and shanging against the chains, and he is also in there, like, either having some sort of mental breakdown or deeply fascinated.
First question is, how long has it been? Has it like about an hour?
It's been
maybe?
like, this is happening at roughly the same time. This is like 5:30 or something. While
Okay,
they're
okay.
down in the mines.
Okay, so there's still some time. I'll get up, close the book, and I'll walk over. And it's just one person, one guy.
You only heard one. With 6 successes, no, you definitely hear 2 voices, actually.
2 voices. Okay.
They're starting to whisper to each other as you creep to the door.
Okay. Yeah, I creep over. Are they just gawking at the zombie?
You want to open the door and enter the commons area? Or are you just listening through the door?
I'll just listen for now.
What is this demonic voodoo bullshit? Where did these bastards bring us? Do you think... Should we find a priest, an exorcist or some shit? Or... No, we gotta just fucking burn this thing. Or... Dude, we got bigger problems. Like, who the fuck are these people? How well do you really know Isaiah? I mean, he saved my cousin. Yeah, but so fucking what? People do good things for bad reasons all the goddamn time. Holy shit. Maybe we just get upstairs. What if they're gonna make us into these things? Oh, fuck. I didn't think about that.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna
we gotta warn the
I'm
others.
gonna open the door as they're talking, and then just like
And you see
Using-
a butterball of a man and a thin man, both dark-skinned African Americans, and both of them look at you. One of them points a pistol, but lowers it down to his waist, like, "Where did you
Okay.
bastards bring us? What is this?"
Senor, please. I'm gonna flexing on my 1 dot in ingenue, which is like description. They appear innocent and blameless. Add 2 dice to any rolls related to avoiding suspicion or
That definitely
deflecting blame.
applies here. Yes. So you're gonna try to persuade them. What exactly? What are you saying?
I basically just saying I don't know what this is. I'm trying to figure out whether or not this is a person that's still like what this person is afflicted with. I am not a doctor, but I did serve as a nurse in the war. We didn't want to tell anybody and freak everyone out because while this silver mine is a big opportunity for everybody, if there is a worry that if there is a problem, we wouldn't want people to be worried about it until we know that it's a problem. Like if this is a
Go ahead
disease,
and
like
roll your
Spanish flu.
persuasion, whatever. Persuasion, manipulation, whatever looks good for you, and add your +2 dice because yes, I will tell you flat. This is a difficulty 5. These are scared, shaken men, and you're asking for a lot here.
I will do persuasion and charisma, and then +2 difficulty.
I'll also
5.
tell you if you get even 3 successes, they're gonna have a much better reaction than if you'd not.
Okay. Okay, I will willpower roll the 1, or I guess I can reroll 3. Yeah, I'll do 3.
Yeah, you might as well reroll as many as you can. Who knows? Maybe you'll get a crit or something. Or maybe you'll just barely squeak out the 5 successes you need. One of them says, medicine. Lady, this thing is missing a third of its head. This is some hoodoo voodoo bullshit or something.
Are you sure? I am not a doctor.
I'm sure enough to set this fucking thing on fire.
Okay. Maybe you're right. But how does it move? How could this be? There is no such thing as hoodoo. Not in the name of the Lord. Bearing the very big Catholic cross on my chest.
In the name of the fucking Lord or whatever it is you Catholics think, look at that thing right in front of your fucking eyes, lady. Look, we won't tell the others. They probably wouldn't even fucking believe us either. Anyway, would they, Dwight? I don't know. We really should just get some holy men here. She's right. Get an exorcist, something like that.
Okay.
At least bury the poor bastard, right? Well, how did he end up like this? What?
I don't know. I'm honestly at the point where we should maybe just put him out of his misery and give him a proper burial.
And for maximum thematic sake, and, so that we're all playing the game, this is the moment when Yolanda and Isaiah make it back.
Senor Fields, Senorita Paez.
What are you doing down here?
We're making sure that we don't get fucking gutted and turned into undead, apparently.
You're not gonna get gutted. You're not gonna get gutted and turned undead.
I was just telling them that we were trying to figure out whether or not this is a disease or something, and I was going to suggest that we put this poor creature out of his misery. And
yes, for sure. Both Dwight and the other one, you'd recognize them by name, if not if not anyone else. Isaiah, you recognize this as Mortimer and Dwight, and both of which agree we need to get rid of these things. This is fucking wrong. This is unnatural. I don't know if we need a holy man. I say we burn them.
I would agree. And then I'll tell you a bit about what happened. They tried to do this to us.
People, the bandits. How the hell did you get away? What happened? I guess, well, they tried to kidnap Yolanda. That sort of explains it. You have, fame or some sort of benefit like that, right?
Me?
Yeah.
No, I don't have fame. I have beauty.
Right. You just have a lot of money, and it is a small town, so people know you've made a lot of money doing what you do, so you have a little reputation, I'll say.
Gunslinger.
What the fucking... Jesus Christ in heaven.
Whatever they tried to do to us either failed or succeeded more so.
How's that supposed to mean?
Come inside this room here. Whoever owned this place was extravagant. But they're
show them the
dead
mansion?
now. Yes.
Holy fuck, this really is a goddamn estate built down into this mountain. How long did the bandits hold this? Are you sure they're not going to come back? There's goddamn couple hundred people all told in that group, yeah?
Well, if they come back, I'll be ready.
Yeah, that's all fucking well and good, Yolanda, but I don't think you're gonna win a fight against 10 other people, and I know none of the boys upstairs are.
Mortimer, Dwight, we have an opportunity. The silver mine. With it, we could buy every slave east of here.
What? We have a really big vein over here?
We're talking millions of dollars.
And that's news to you too, Elena. And maybe you, Yolanda. You didn't make this roll. I don't remember if he told you. What the fuck? And you think the bandits aren't gonna be back for this place?
I want to turn this into a fortress. Their leader's dead, and I don't know how closely they played it to the chest. Only one person that was left here escaped. Others are going to be after it, but we have the land rights for it. We keep this under
I
wraps.
guess. Yeah, no. Well, under wraps. If you own the land, then our biggest advantage is that we can openly hire security and shit and get it here. We can get the fucking sheriff to watch our back, stuff like that.
Look, I'm
Think
sure
fucking Burris's bandits care if you got a land deed? But sorry, what, Yolanda?
Yolanda's gonna go up to him and say, "Look, I'm sure there's no need for you to be all stuck up and nervous. We managed to deal with the bandits here, and in the future, it won't be a problem. It's like my friend here said, if there is a lot of silver here, we can basically use the money to defend ourselves. And besides, you'll make enough money here. If you work with us, you'll make a lot of money to retire on before you even turn. How old does he look?
They're both maybe early 30s at oldest.
By the time you turn 40, and she's going to, for some reason, activate awe to make her more.
Sure, you can make a persuade or manipulate roll of some sort if you want to try to assuage them that everything's good and they should follow along with this.
Yeah, I will activate awe.
And at a difficulty, I'll say difficulty 5 to keep things consistent, you can convince them to fully follow and abandon their complete adamant desire to destroy all undead they find here.
I'll do persuasion and charisma. 2 dice from awe and my beauty. I'm gonna spend a willpower. That's bullshit.
Dear.
Fucking bullshit.
Oh,
Jesus.
Who cursed you? Who did you make mad?
Yeah, money's fucking powerful, Yolanda, but I think Burris, if not Burris himself, there's plenty of people who have a lot of money, and there's a lot of people who are okay with stealing a legal document from a goddamn you of all people, Isaiah. So, look, we're here, we're already in this, we're getting a share of the silver, we're in. I am, at least. I'll even fucking keep my mum about these things, as long as we get rid of them. How many of them are there? Is it just these two, or?
They used them as gods and to pull up the silver.
Pull up the silver. Let's see the silver too. I think, Dwight, go back. Don't tell them anything, but go back. And if I come back after I've seen the silver, everything's good. How's that sound?
There's one small issue. What they did to us, it requires we sleep for most of the day. We only have a short time before we'll be unconscious and defenseless.
Well, like a fucking vampire?
Like the story books,
Vampire?
yes.
What do you mean?
My God.
What is this vampire?
Hey, I googled it. There were, by 18 whatever, not Dracula itself, but a few fairly widespread and popular novels that had vampires in them.
Oh, but I'm not from those places.
Yeah, no. If you're from Europe, I'd say it's common knowledge, but it is a little unusual that this guy's heard of it, especially as an illiterate, slave, former slave.
I want to study what they did to us, see if it can be undone or understood.
Yeah, well, okay.
Would you two help me?
Let Dwight go, and we keep to that, so I have a little insurance that this isn't all just talk.
Of course. We'll be coming up the next evening.
He heads out and he says, okay, yeah, no, that assuages me a lot.
And
Let me
if
see
you
the silver, let's
decide...
get these undead burns, and yeah, I'm in it. Fuck it. I'll look after you. I'll help you find out what's wrong with you if I can. I have a whole lot of book learning, but...
The ones that are pulling up the silver, we leave them at least for now until we understand if it can be undone.
Wait, the undead are mining the silver? What?
Yes. We found out that's what they were doing. It's a mine that produces on its own. I will send each of you north to Canada with $200 in your pocket once we have the silver being sold, if that's what you want.
Shit, you could start a good life for that much money.
Or you could stay and keep helping people like us.
I mean, I don't speak for everyone or anything, but I can probably speak for my brother, and how many times I gotta fucking say it? We're in it. At least for now.
I'll hold out my hand to shake his.
He takes it. He says, holy shit, your hands are pretty fucking mangled, aren't they?
Yes. And specifically the hand that isn't blackened.
Which is probably your dominant hand. You probably didn't offer Rathu your dominant one.
It'll recover. Now, I'm going to rest after you go down and look. come back, and there's quite a few journals that were left behind by the previous tenant. Can you read?
Yeah. Yes, actually, I can. Me. She taught herself, she said, but fucking hell.
Then let's work together, the 5 of us, to understand. I want to turn the area up top into a fortress before we bring in anything from the government to help defend us.
Yeah. Definitely want to play defense on this, that's for sure. But, yeah, I'll start reading the books, I guess, and what I can while during the day if you're all just gonna conk out.
Thank you.
And do you do anything else before you conk out with your last hour of night?
Nothing beyond reading.
Right.
Same.
Nothing.
Righty. And that in case, it seems like a good enough time to end our 3rd session, or 4th, I lost count already, of Dead Man Walking.